Hello everybody, welcome to your Amakhosi channel. This is Saturday. Enjoy, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for the support, thank you for love, thank you for everything. And yeah, I'm recording this video very late, so this is how I record. I wait for my boy to sleep because yeah, he's very young. Sometimes yeah, he gives me hard times to actually be by myself and to do what I want. And yeah, sometimes I have to wait for my wife to sleep as well because she's also busy with her other stuff. So I'm sorry for recording this video. It most probably gonna get it tomorrow, which is gonna be Saturday. But let's see how far can I push if you can't get it today. But it's gonna be late by the time that I'm uploading. But let's see how far I push. So I'm gonna be talking about chief style of play. I've once spoken about this topic, but now coming from a former player, because at first when I spoke about this was coming from Dr. Kumalo, and then now I'm speaking from David Zulu. You know David Zulu, I think he was from Maritzburg or something, scored one goal for Kaizer Chiefs, but let that not block you from hearing the truth. Let that not stop you from hearing this truth, because he's speaking and spitting truths. I will read that, and then I'm going to be speaking about Kaizer Chiefs on a hand for a new coach, for a new goalkeeper. Yeah, Kaizer Chiefs is on a hand for a new keeper. So which one should I start with? Should I start with the keeper? Yeah, let me just talk about the keeper because it's just brief news. So Kaizer Chiefs are on a hand for a new keeper. So they want to replace the current keepers. Why? Because we know that Idman Kune's contract is coming to an end by the end of this season, and each and every time that he plays, he's conceding. And as he's conceding, he does not really is not really at fault for the goals that he conceded, but we can't stop the fact that he's getting old and he's been slow nowadays. And yeah, he's been so unlucky. And then we know the less I talk about Peterson, the better. And again, even Pirates supporters are telling me this, but why you guys are giving this guy the number one jersey if he was never number one in adverts? He was never number one adverts, but you're giving him a number one because he was number two adverts, and then now you're giving him number one for a big team big as yours. I don't know, but yeah, apparently looking for a keeper, international goalkeeper as well. I mean, when last you have like a strong international goalkeeper? We've been producing our own keepers. We've been really producing our own keepers for longest of times. We've been producing our own keepers. If not producing our own keepers, but we'll have our own product. We'll have our own goalkeeper who's doing well. If not going to be second in charge, is going to be the number one goalkeeper. Because remember when Brian Baloyi was still a keeper. Before him, it was Boten Eshel, and then it was Baloyi, and then came Itimlen Kune under him. But before then, it was Ron Fernandes. But Fernandes was not our product. He was bought. Was he bought? I think he was bought. Please remind me. I think Ron Fernandes was bought, and then Itimlen Kune was his understudy, and then he took over from there. And as a result, Ron Fernandes left, and then we had Peterson, the one who's now I think it's Peterson, the one who's now keeping at Sundowns, their number two or third choice. I don't know, but yeah, we had that guy, and then we had this guy, Belen Kuzwayo. Like, we always produce our own goalkeepers, and if we are not producing our goalkeepers, but we'll have one whom is gonna be competing for number one. Not nowadays where Kune is 18, and then Vuma is not really playing that much, and I don't think that is gonna be number one. And there's this guy that they talk about keeping for our MDC team. Apparently he's a good keeper and he's gonna be robbed in the senior team, but I don't know. But at the moment, as I speak to you, there are rumors that we are looking at an overseas, or we are looking at a non-South African goalkeeper. I'll be happy about those news because I had said earlier on in the season the only department that does not need serious attention but probably need to go and look for a keeper in Jan was the goalkeeper. And now I've been proving, and so many of you have been proving right here that we don't have a goalkeeper or a strong backup goalkeeper. And we used to have goalkeepers who would keep in the international team in the Bafana Bafana. We used to have goalkeepers who would be in the Bafana Bafana team. But nowadays, we don't have keepers who would be in the national team, and you'll say Itumen should be competing there, not when he's old. So, the international keeper that we had that was good for us, was it Botenda Eshel? Because, I mean, your Akpe were good or coming of age, they were aging as well. But who was the goalkeeper who was good that we ever bought international? Please remind me. I know some of you are old, some of you have a good memory, but yeah. Sorry, but some of you, yeah, you are old, some of you have the good memory. Please remind me who was an international goalkeeper that you bought that was good. Please remind me. And tell me, who do you think we should go for? Say that we don't go for this international keeper because I'm not going to tell you even his name because I don't even know him. I'm one of those that don't really talk about people that I don't know, but I'll just tell you that we are rumored to this kind of a player. But to say that I've watched him and he seems to be a good keeper, probably do a little digging on my end and then I'm going to come back with his name. But for now, we are linked with the international player. And then some of you will be happy on this news. Some of you will be sad. I'm one of those who are in between who are not sure. Gonzales is rumored to be on his way out in Jan. Yes, you heard me right. Gonzales is rumored to be on his way out in Jan. Why? Because apparently management is not happy with him. And my question is, why did even Junior even went overseas to go and fetch this guy? If now we are told that he's out of his way, it simply says to you that we don't have a scouting team. Because had this guy been scouted well, we're not gonna be talking about him living in Jan when he hasn't really played even so many games. Has he started a game? I don't even remember if he has started a game. But already we are told that he's out. He is on his way out to go back to his club, Colombia. Remember that he's on loan with an option to buy. So some of you, like I said, will be happy. Some of you will be like, oh, I'm not sure if this guy has been given enough time. I'm one of those that I'm saying I'm not sure if this guy has been given enough time, and I can't judge him on 10 minutes, on 6 minutes that he gets now and again, 6 minutes cameo, 10 minutes cameo that he gets. I can't judge him. I can't judge him. And I can't judge any striker in the current team when we are not feeding him any goals. I can't judge any player, especially striker, in the current team because we are not playing the type of football that is creating chances for our own strikers. They call it a graveyard shift. It's a graveyard shift there. Like there are no balls that are going to the box. Our players are not creating enough chances for the strikers, and we're gonna be booing our strikers for missing or getting one chance out of 90 minutes, out of so many minutes. Players, they're not creating chances, and then we are booing our own players, or we are booing our own strikers who are not getting enough chances. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna read to you what a former striker, Kaizer Chiefs striker, says. So I'm gonna be reading again. I'm sorry. So this is what David Zulu said. Was it from Amazon? I don't remember. But yeah, the question. So David Zulu says that. So he's asked about the philosophy of Kaizer Chiefs. He says that the question is, what kind of football Kaizer Chiefs play? What is their philosophy? And so many of you are offended already. It is difficult to point out what is their style of play now, asked Zulu in an interview with Far Post. Chiefs had a structure. We knew that their philosophy, their philosophy and their style of play. Chiefs used to play beautiful football. I don't know when last did you play beautiful football. And one of my friends was telling me Kaizer Chiefs played beautiful football last game against Arrows, and I was like, hey, I'm not sure if it was beautiful football because probably I'm used to beautiful football. I mean, Kaizer Chiefs used to play beautiful football when you still had your sticker featherings, when you still had your Skarango Bess, your Jabu Pule, Tuna Kanye, Skapi Malate, Thabo Mooki, Ace Kuse, your Tiki Tiki, your Tabang Lebese, your Kanameas, like your Mchichwas, your Obuas. I can name them, your Srinzama, your Chimitau, like I can name them under Musona, when we still had Musona, Mabedis, and all these guys. We used to have beautiful football with a structure, and this guy is saying that he does not see any structure or philosophy under Kaizer Chiefs. I want you to listen to, there's a point that he's raising about all this. So he says that now all that has gone, they've lost their philosophy. Kaizer Chiefs usually produced quality players. Kaizer Chiefs used to produce quality players. Your Dr. Komalos was Kaizer Chiefs' product. He used to produce quality players. Jabu Pule was Kaizer Chiefs' product. Idumenkun was Kaizer Chiefs' product. We used to produce quality players. Now again, now of late we don't produce players. You say that, but your Gosimpile Ngobos are not given enough chances. Your Mashianas are not given enough chances. Are they really quality? And if they are quality, how many seasons have they performed? In how many seasons have they performed? Have they been nominated for Player of the Season? Sure, granted, they're not given enough time, but what have they done to prove that they deserve enough time or they deserve more time to play? Voma, for example, a keeper, how many games has he started? Kaizer Chiefs used to produce quality players. I'm not talking about producing players. Your Mduduzi Shabalala, can he be a starter? Can he play week in, week out? Quality players are playing week in, week out. And they perform magic, they perform things. We see them playing their hearts out. Samkelo Zwane, is he a really quality player? What has it done for him to be warranted a starting lineup? Or do we now have that sense, we call it sentimental veil over players because they are our own products, but what have they achieved? What have they done? What have they done to warrant a starting lineup? Can they play ahead of the current team for us to say they are quality players? In big teams, you find that a 15-year-old, 15-year-old, or 16-year-old, or 17-year-old, 19, whatever year olds, that they can play ahead of quality players because they are quality. Regardless of age, they can play and fight and compete for a starting lineup. But in the current team, can our own product start ahead of the guys that you have played, the 10 guys that you have played? Can they start ahead of them? I mean, we are wasting chances. I mean, we are wasting talent because we are producing players who are not really quality, who are okay. Let's talk truth now. Let's tell the truth now. Who is a quality player that is worth it to start in the starting lineup of Kaizer Chiefs as we are rebuilding? Who is that quality player? I mean, we have wasted talent. We have wasted Duba. Duba should have been out on loan and then come back and prove himself. But go and get experience and come back. And I've been saying this. Loan out these guys. If you are not loaning them, your hard debits. Hard debits, when last did you see hard debit? Loan out these guys. If you are not loaning them out, sell them. Because you can't keep them on the bench and us fans keep on crying, oh, these players are good players. Good players because of what they've done in the development, or good players because of what they've done in the league, in the senior team. Kaizer Chiefs used to produce quality players and mix them with those players. Nowadays, we are having more of players that you are buying than our own quality players. And then the question is, how is this philosophy gonna pass through or continue with the next coming guys? Because if we produce our own players from the development, they are told this is how you are to play for Kaizer Chiefs. You know, I was speaking to one of the gentlemen that I met at work. We had a function. He said something so profound. He said something so profound. Mr. Manenze, he said something so profound. He said that this is what Kaizer Chiefs should do now if they want to rebuild this club, if they want to have or produce their own players. He said that take the young boys, that before promoting them, you teach them about the culture of the club, teach them about the culture of the club, the history of the club. If they say, okay, I'm wearing number 3, for example, I'm wearing number 3, and you tell them who used to wear number 3, the old generations, until like of late, who was wearing number 3? Probably create a statue. I'm not sure about statue, but he said create a statue, and then in that statue you have a statue of this guy who was the best Kaizer Chiefs in this number 3, and then probably write down there all those other players and what this number 3, for example, in the statue performed and did for us to even create a statue for. So that these guys, when they come to the senior team, they know who wore that jersey that they say they want. Look at Pirates, for example. Pirates, they have put this jersey away. They put this jersey away, number 10, because no one is worth in the current team to wear jersey number 10, because Jomo's used to wear number 10, and the things that he performed on number 10, no one is worth number 10. Dr. Khumalo's number 15. It has been hung there because no one can wear this jersey. We gave it to this guy who used to play for Celtics. Who's this guy? Now he's a commentator on SABC. Is it SABC? Yeah, I think SABC Sport. The light guy. He did not perform. He ended up getting number 10. And then end up like, no, let's take this jersey away from the availability of being available for guys to wear it. We have hung jerseys and put them aside because no one is worth to wear those jerseys, because these legends have done so much for these jersey numbers. But now and again, now of late rather, these jerseys are worn without any meaning. Hence, we see us, your number 10, playing like ugly football, your number 10 playing, starting on the bench, for example. But yeah, he was saying that we need to teach these guys from the development. And guess what? If we teach them from the development, when they come to the senior team, they're coming up to the senior team knowing what does it mean to play for Kaizer Chiefs and who has worn those jerseys. And what does it mean to play for the badge. But yeah, Zulu continues to say, now we don't see that anymore, where we mix quality, we produce our own quality players and mix them with those players that we buy. The identity is no longer there, which is true. It is new. It is a new technical team. If the new technical team get it right, it works closely with the development, then they can become good. But they change coaches every day. He's pointing out so many things. Because today comes taking says to the development, this is how you are to play. Zwane comes and says, this is how you are to play. Soinas comes and then says, this is how you are to play. that comes, then this is how you are to play. Also, the management have been making mistakes. They are not hiring a similar coach and say that, okay, you are taking out your Peter Musimana, for example. You are bringing in your Mukwena. They have almost a similar style of play. Will differ there, but we are still keeping the tiki-taka or the piano football. But as much as you are keeping the piano, you can put your own signature to say that this is how you are to play different from that one. But there's still some continuity. The style of play is being kept there. That this is how Sundowns is playing. But now, if we then go and say that we want a new coach, what is the blueprint that are we going to keep or give to the coach? Who does not know the style of play? Yes, we want foreign coaches. We even want current local coaches. Mangoba Mnetsi, for example, as I want Mangoba Mnetsi. But if we say Mangoba Mnetsi, you come and play Kaizer Chiefs way. And if he asks, what is Kaizer Chiefs way or style of play? What are we going to say to him? Will he get an assistant who understands his style of play? Can he choose his own assistant? Because you find that we bring a guy and then we are feeding him with an assistant who does not share the same values or sentiments or have the same style of play, and therefore we don't have continuity. Our style of play would be lost again. But yeah, back to the article. If there's no style of play, they are going nowhere. You cannot be consistent when you play according to your opponent's plan. It's been like this for years. If every game you play according to opponent's plan, when are you going to implement your style and dictate play? Find Sundowns that are doing very well because they're detecting play. Doesn't matter where they are playing or with whom they are playing, but they're detecting play because they have a style of play, they have their own structure. Sad to say this, how Kaizer Chiefs have fallen away from Mamelodi Sundowns. Guess what? He then says the same thing. You cannot say that Chiefs are unlucky every day. The Chiefs are not a small team. Teams must defend against Chiefs, not Chiefs defend against them. That is what is being done by Mamelodi Sundowns. Find our team is defending against your Golden Arrows, is defending against your Stellenbosch, is defending against your Amazulu, is defending against your Bulukwane. All these teams, like we're gonna be playing on Wednesday against Spurs. We're gonna be defending. When have we imposed ourselves, dictated play, and say this is how we are to play? Guys, let me know what you think. But as for me, I'm really saddened by what this guy is pointing, which he's pointing out the obvious, that you lost the style of play. We don't detect play anymore. We are playing according to their plans. And I used to hear Ntseki saying this, and I would not really pay much attention. He would say that, no, we have put this team according to the opponents, like how they play and whatnot. And previous coaches, who's this guy? Your Zwanez used to do the same thing. And I'm like, but when are we detecting play? When are we playing as a big team? But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this episode and give me your points. I know you enjoy this episode and you enjoy the episode and you enjoy interacting with me. Please interact. Let's engage. Let's continue to engage. Love you guys and appreciate you. Thank you. MC Amakhosi. Love you. Bye.